Uh-oh, there's a little problem for Tulsi. Tulsi Gabbard is now Donald Trump's director of national intelligence. She swore under oath last year that she is a resident of the state of Texas. And then in November of 2024, she voted in Hawaii. Yes. According to a new CNN investigation, Tulsi Gabbard and her husband bought a house near Austin, Texas. They filed official documents declaring themselves residents of the state of Texas. That also lets them claim a Texas homestead tax exemption. That is something only available, in theory, to people living in a property as their primary residence, which is where you vote. And then Tulsi Gabbard cast her vote in Hawaii, a state whose voting laws are very clear. If you take a homestead exemption somewhere else, like Texas, that's a signal that you have abandoned your Hawaii residency, meaning you can't vote here. So what's going on here? Because either Tulsi lied when she said she was a Texas resident to get the homestead exemption, or she lied by voting in Hawaii after officially moving to Texas. Both things can't be kosher. You can't have it both ways. And to make this even more absurd, Tulsi's lawyers have come up with an explanation. They say, no. She never meant to stop being a Hawaii resident, despite the fact that when you swear an oath in Texas that your new house is your permanent home and declare a homestead exemption, you are saying exactly that. Tulsi's lawyers are also saying that the tax break was just to keep her address private. Apparently, it didn't matter that she signed a legal document saying otherwise. So let's pause here to remember. Tulsi Gabbard is part of the same Trump administration cadre that has been screaming about voter fraud and election integrity now for a long time. Since she became a MAGAite, Tulsi's been on the whole voter fraud train. Trump has spent years without evidence claiming that Democrats abuse the system. But now his own intelligence director is pulling a real life, I live in two states when it's convenient sort of thing. Election law experts are sounding the alarm. One said that this raises a bunch of questions. Another said that this can trigger an investigation into either her Hawaii voter registration or her Texas tax filing. I would say, why not both? And this is not a technicality. Voters are required to have one residence for voting. One. Hawaii's rules say you claim homestead tax exemption elsewhere, you're presumed not to live in Hawaii, period. You don't vote here. That's what the law says. And meanwhile, Tulsi Gabbard is spending a lot of time in Texas. She's been on Fox News with the Texas State Capitol in the background. She's filmed at a shooting range outside Austin. She lists her Texas home as her personal residence on every government disclosure, but she hasn't registered to vote in Texas. Why is that? Maybe because she already voted, just not in the state that she claims to live in. And of course, we already knew she had no business being director of national intelligence, and this only reinforces that. Think about if the shoe were on the other foot. If this were a Democrat, MAGA world would be melting down. There would be congressional hearings. Voter fraud exposed. Dem DNI, voting in a state where she doesn't live. But it's a Trump official. It's crickets. This isn't a real concern. So we see the pattern. The pattern is always the loudest voices shouting about election integrity are often the ones breaking the rules, or at least bending them as far as they can until they snap. Tulsi says she cares about voter fraud. She should look in the mirror. And this is another amazing detail. She may also have defrauded the VA. Tulsi and her husband got a loan on their house in Texas. That loan was executed in 2024. At the time that she got that loan, she applied for homestead as well. VA loans are for a primary residence. Tulsi's mortgage says by law for these VA loans, this is your primary residence. And yet she's not voting out of this residence. She's voting in Hawaii, seemingly in contravention to Hawaii's laws about voting, residency, and homestead exemption. Will this go anywhere? I hate to say it, but probably not. I wish that I could say, no, this stuff is taken really seriously. Nothing is taken seriously when it's a Trump official. That's the name of the game. So glad you're with us today. We've got a packed show. Make sure you're getting my newsletter You can email info@davidpakman.com and say, sign me up, David. Or you can simply sign yourself up at davidpakman.com. You'll see where to type in your email sort of near the top right of the page. We'll take a quick break and be right back. I want to introduce you to an amazing tool that has helped a huge number of people reach their health goals. It is called Lumen, and it's the world's first handheld metabolic coach. It's a device that measures your metabolism through your breath, and on the app, it'll tell you, are you burning fat or carbs, and give you tailored guidance to improve nutrition, workouts, even stress management. Your metabolism is like the engine of your body, how you turn food into fuel. And because your metabolism is at the center of everything your body does, optimal metabolic health can translate to many benefits, including easier weight management and improved energy levels and fitness results. It's a long list. Lumen gives you recommendations to improve metabolic health based on the context of your breath measurement, whether that's first thing in the morning, before and after meals or workouts. And you can get 20% off your Lumen by going to lumen.me/Pakman. The link is in the description.